Okay, so first question has come from Sita. How to balance mind and heart? This is a fabulous question, Sita. And one of the things that I do in my 3-day class that is called as Ultimate Success Champion is I talk about this very deeply, where I talk about, and it's a wonderful question because it's understand something. You cannot function just with your mind and you cannot function just with your heart, right? They are always in coherence. They're always working together. So what happens is when you're functioning with your mind, there are three types of, you can say three types of brains: your reptilian brain, your mammalian brain, and your neocortex. And I talk about this all the time, so not going into details of it. But when you look at your reptilian brain, it is connected to your subconscious mind. And in subconscious mind, we do have cross purposes related to any goal. Suppose, let me give an example of why people fall out of their goals. By the way, research says 92% of the people by the end of the January month fall out of their path to success, whatever the goal they have set. So we are in the month of January, and I want to talk about this right now, that I don't know where you are. It's already 18th, right? So 18 days are already gone. And where you are on your journey to achieve your goals, I'm not sure. But I want to talk about this, that if at all now you're getting the second thoughts, or if you're feeling, I can't do this, if you're feeling that this is so tough and this is this and this is that, and your mind has started playing tricks with you, that is happening because your heart is not in coherence. What do I mean by that? There are trillions of neurons in your brain that are activated and fired when you start progressing towards your goal. But there are 40,000 neurons in your heart. They also get activated, and they get activated only and only when you have a strong why, or when you have something on the line. Suppose, so I always give this example to my students about my life. I had all the caliber, I had all the amazing intent to help people, I had all the amazing experience, and I was ready to help people. I was ready to, take on this whole journey as an Ayurvedic doctor. But what happened is something in me was stopping me from making it big. I always remained in the shadow. I always thought that, okay, I can only do this much. I always kept giving myself excuses. Today my health is not okay. Tomorrow people will think like this. And what if this happens? And what if that happens? There were lots of what ifs when it came to making it big. I really consciously wanted to make it big because I thought that I can help more people. But subconsciously, I always remained in the shadow. I always remained, I was always pulling myself back because there was a conflict happening between my head and between my heart. Now, every time there's a conflict, you're not going to be able to move forward in your life. It's like one part of you is pressing the brake, another part of you is pressing the accelerator, right? So your car is not going to move anywhere because of that. So that's what is happening to me. Now, when I discovered my why, or when I discovered a very strong emotion or a very strong reason for me to overcome my obstacles, for me to overcome my challenges, for me to overcome my excuses and justifications, is the time when I started moving in the right direction. And that why was my child. Now, because I was playing the mediocre game, I was giving the same insights and I was giving the same example to my son. And when I started seeing him playing the mediocre game, that's when it hit me hard as a parent that, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And then I discovered that why was my heart not in place with my goal? My heart was not in place with my goal. There was one simple reason, is because there were a lot of things that had happened in the past, my past experiences, and some of them were of rejections and failures, made me feel that I don't deserve enough. And the moment you feel that you're not good enough, or you are not loved, or you don't deserve enough, you don't put your full force in front of you, but you start taking steps back. So there's a conflict that happens. So if you want to bring your mind and heart together, first step I would tell you to do is find that strong why. And that strong why preferably can be somebody outside of you. Like Tony Robbins says that in one of the biggest needs that the human being has, and it's a basic need of a human being, is to help somebody else. humans have, as a species, has evolved to such greater heights in the last millions of years is because we helped other people to overcome certain things. And if you look at your most positive, most happy memories in your life is when somebody helped you to achieve something, or when you helped somebody when they were in pain. So helping somebody is always our deepest desire. And if you can attach your any action that you want to take or any decision that you want to take with somebody and helping somebody in that order to achieve that goal, it will definitely propel you to go and take that action more. Preferably put that person's success with you. Like for me, my success was directly related to my son's success, right? So for me, it was a very strong propelling force to be the mother that I can be, to be the role model that I can be, so that my son sees it and automatically walks that path. So if you want to bring in your heart and mind together, then first find that strong why. What's the reason for you to propel forward? The second thing that you need to understand is that the emotion that is behind your goal. And that emotion is very, very important. Now, that emotion is about validating something or approving, getting approval from someone or proving a point. It's a very low intensity emotion. How about you sending an emotion of love, blessings, celebration, fun, joy? When you activate the higher levels of emotions like that, you automatically see that your own, that the propelling fuel becomes very strong. And it's so simple. Like, we see the rockets orbiting the moon, or they're going into the outside into atmosphere. They go there is because there is a fire underneath, right? If you see the rocket going up, they're all the time having the fire underneath. So what is the fire underneath? Not just in your belly, but under your ass. Sorry about that word, but what's the fire? So for me, that fire was very big because I felt that, oh my God, I'm living a mediocre life in spite of having all the caliber. And I'm going to pass on to the same thing to my child. So what's the fire under your bum? Check these things out and all the time think about them. All the time think about them. Preferably think things that are outside of you. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people think about that, I want to do it for myself. Of course you want to do it for yourself. But there is a very, and that thing was always with you, right? That goal was always with you. What you want to do for yourself. But why did you not achieve it, or why could you not do it? It's because either there is a negative emotion there to prove something, or because you're angry at somebody or something has happened, or there is not enough emotion about that goal. So my suggestion is do that. These 3 steps will definitely help you, and do a lot of forgiveness for yourself. In the moments of forgiveness, in the moments of accepting who you are with all your beauty and all your grace and all your flaws, that makes you feel that you are powerful. It's a journey. I'm not saying all of a sudden it will happen, but it's a journey. And that is the moment, like I've seen in my 3-day workshops, when on the day 2 I do a process, and in that process when I see people accepting themselves for who they are, it's suddenly the mind and heart starts coming in place automatically. And then from there on, they start seeing the healing starts. The journey began in that moment. And all those people, those who came here to say that I love you, or, I've got the breakthrough and stuff like that, they got it because they went through that process of embracing that entire, building the coherence between their mind and heart. So there is no objection in your space for you to get something. And I have seen people healing their years of disorders. Like yesterday, somebody spoke to me and said that I had 25 years of migraine, ma'am, and I didn't know. Suddenly, that one process that you did on the day 2 of your Ultimate Success Champion, my migraine is gone. It has not come back. It's been 2 years now. I'm migraine free. I can't even imagine. I have never seen my life without it. And miracles do happen when you come with a full alignment with your own self. So Sita, thank you for that lovely question. This was such a beautiful I mean, the question was awesome, fabulous question, and I'm sure if you got benefit from Sita's question, send her a lot of love. Hit that love button there, or send fire, in the chat box, so that Sita gets some amazing love for her question.